Yard open. Yard is open. Man, listen, man, we can't. You ready, Shawn?
Yeah, man, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I was trying to get that little last thing figured out, man. Damn, Jay.
You got to do it work.
Yeah, it was a little work in there. Setting up the, making sure they here at 4. They on their way and shit.
All right. Yard open. Yard is open. With my co-worker here. Special Ops. Mr. Shawn Roberts. We're doing the road life right now, so we're going city to city. People been asking, man, what's up with the podcast, with Yard Open? I'm like, you know what? I need to get back on that. No excuses. Just get this thing rolling. We're going city to city. You know, it might just be, y'all might get tired of seeing Shawn. I might do a little few things by myself. You know, some of my other co-workers. You see me looking behind me, it's all type of wildlife and shit out here. We out here in the desert. Motherfucking scorpions, rattlesnakes, all that.
If you get tired of seeing me, you don't like entertainment, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got prime time, and you got Shawn time. It's just what it is.
Prime time getting his ass tore up
Tore
right
the
now
fuck
as we
up.
speak.
I expected something though. You know, what I mean, he came in. You ain't about to go into these high recruited classes with teams who've been together for 2-3 years. Some 4 shit, some 5 with the red shirts, and just get it all. It just, team concept is team concept.
Yeah.
But he's still showing up to the big stage. I ain't mad at it.
You knew it was coming sooner or later. It's just, man, like, he gets so much hate. The motherfuckers, they hate to see, because he's I hate to say it, but he's a successful black man doing it his way, and he's boastful about it. You know, they always want you, when you're successful, they want you walking with your head down, and yes, sir, yes, sir. You know, he's coming out, he got his shades on, the one coach beefing because he got his hat on or whatever, and he's marketing his players
For success.
for success.
And the
These
crazy
boys get money in college, NIL.
the craziest thing about what you just said, when I first joined the Air Force, we still had BDUs, the camos, right?
Right.
Really thin. We talked about this a little bit. We laughed about how we had to starch our shit. I had the leather boots. I had to shine.
Heavy crease game.
So it was a white guy who told me this too. And he's, I'm young. I'm 24, 25. I'm athletic. They know who I am. I'm on a small base. I'm running 6-minute miles and a half hungover. And, what I'm saying? I go get 6 laps full of Patron and Coronas. At 24, I'm 174 pounds, all legs, run it, throw up. And, but he said, Shawn, all right, Roberts, he said, I'm going to tell you something. It was a white guy, too. He said, be careful how people treat you. They're going to smile in your face. He said, but I see you. You put the uniform on and you wear it with pride. You clean, you got that pretty boy game going on, you starched up, you shine, you put pride in it. He said, you tall, so everybody see you. He said, it is what it is, homeboy, you got that $1 million smile. And he said, everybody see you coming. He said, not only that, I know who you are, you witty, you charismatic, you know the job, you succeeding way faster than other people. I had already been to air assault school and these other specialized schools, and I'm young in the Air Force. And he said, they gonna hate you. And he said, when I say they, it's the white guys in the Air Force. And he said, because you do it flawlessly, you do it effortlessly. And he said, and everybody see you. You don't look like everybody else. Mm-hmm. He said, so just be careful, but don't let it deter you. Just keep pushing, just keep pushing. Mm-hmm. He said, you hearing it from a class act white guy. He said, but I've watched what the Air Force transitions were, and he's like, it shouldn't deter you, but don't get, sidetracked when they poking the bear at you. It started happening when everybody else was wearing their Oakleys. I throw my Oakleys on. I had the polarized lenses. Are those that standardized for the uniform? You done seen 9 people walk by,
Yeah.
but mine.
And you got something to say to me.
Yeah, you got something to say to him. It was just, he was like, he said, it is what it is. He said, he's like, but you, and he was clear about it. He said, you and your 5 friends and the 5 friends, y'all gonna replace me. He was in that about 26 years. He said, y'all are come up, y'all are new generation. Y'all are gonna replace me. So I want it to be transitional, but you're gonna have your hardships. And it resonates to what he was saying. He was like, when you different, you stand out, you good, you clean, and they can't stop what you got going on. That's just some of the transitions. And he was like, and there ain't no room. He was clear about it. He said, I don't feel like there's no room for that in this military because it was like one of those remember the Titan moments. Shit, y'all boys got to go to war together. So I don't even know why they act like that.
So, how do you feel you respond to hate?
Yeah, motivation,
Motivation?
motivation. I'm an easygoing guy, so whenever hate came around, and it took a lot for me to determine what hate was, what genuine was, and what was pushing me, because sometimes it could come together. Sometimes you're just being motivated from a different perspective, and I had to learn that because, and as you know me as a friend of mine, coworker, I could be very chill, and I'm not giving 110%, and a lot of people expected 120 out of me. And so when they was coming at me, telling me I wasn't doing enough, I didn't deserve things, I used to take it, and then I had to stop back and look at myself, like, this motherfucker coming at me hard. And then I realized, well, shit, you got more gas in the tank. You not doing as much as you supposed to be doing. So I had to realize where my balances was of who was really on my side genuinely and who was against me. Like they was against me when they say, Shawn, first thing in the morning, we got a 5 a.m. PT test. You do this, you do that, blah, blah, blah. You go, don't tell me I only got 15 minutes. Knock out the mile and a half, 6 minutes, 1 minute push ups, 1 minute pull ups, 1 minute sit ups. I'm gone. I finished PT test in 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody else struggling. So I got hated on a lot because of that. And then they started saying, well, why you ain't staying back to help people? You should be helping these. You ain't tell me this.
Help you do your pull ups?
Yeah, stop, slow down, and run with somebody else. So I gotta dumb myself down.
Yeah.
Because but then once again, you had the ones who was motivating me. Well, you got a natural talent. You ain't always got to put your talent in front of people. Sometimes you got to put your service to the test. Stop, help them out. You can still get them points. Blah,
So,
blah, 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 blah.
You know how some people, they always going to have something to say.
Oh, always.
They always got the, okay, you excelling in it. Oh, well, you could do this better. Oh, well, you shouldn't show out. Go back and help your coach.
Yeah. And that's what I said. I had to learn who was genuine because some people was like, when the team come down to it, if you know what I'm saying, you on a, you get the best of the best, but this is the military, the best of the best of the best, sir. That shit ain't where it's at. Y'all spread out across all the branches. You gonna be good at some, and then they gonna be better at some things. And I had to find balance in that. We talked about podcast a while ago how fluent Jake was, and he was good at shooting. I would outrun circles around many people, and I could damn near hit the broadside of a barn. But when we was on the gun range, they stopped, they slowed down, and they showed me, okay, you ain't doing this, you ain't breathing, you pulling the trigger, you ain't sliding your finger back. And then I started getting the concepts of where my teammates were going to be and who genuinely needed me as well. So it was a good balance. I had to find balance, but alluding to what it was a lot of hate because I showed up, I was young, I was proper, I was killing it. Why you wearing them sunglasses? Where's your unit at? When'd you get here? Like it didn't start off with all love. Like, nice to meet you, this and that, this and that. Can't wait to see you, on these things. Well, I'm talking about it was a lot of hate. He ain't warned me. He said they hate that $1 million smile. And his follow up was like, a lot of people can't take it when white women like black men.
Oh my goodness. So, in the penitentiary, that's the most hate. Just for any reason. For no reason. Motherfuckers just be hating just to hate. So I'm young, I show up to different prisons, different camps, Basketball was my thing at that time. Football was my thing. And they already have the fan favorites. Right? So before I went to prison, I didn't really like. I was talented, but I didn't have like the Mamba mentality,
Yeah.
right? And I was always, in my mind, I was like a team player, make the best decision. I don't necessarily have to take the last shot. Like it's talent, but I didn't have the killer mentality
Go get it.
until I went to prison. So much talent in there, but that hate, boy, motherfuckers be on the sideline talking shit, hate, and man, that shit brought the absolute best out of me. So that drove me to be better, to be better, to just crush these motherfuckers and shit. What you gonna say now? What you gonna say now? Oh, you're playing soft enough. Banging, dunking on people, pull up jumpers, threes, handle, constantly improving myself. So like, I didn't even realize until I got there, like that feeds the fire for me.
Yeah.
Like I needed that to bring out the best of me. Like if like in college or whatever, people kind of coddling you and dealing, like a baby with soft hands and shit. That ain't do nothing for me. My teammates used to be like, you have the talent. We need you to do more.
Right.
But, I was more like a highlight player, you know, as opposed to coming in and just giving it to me, play after play after play. And I could. I just didn't have that mentality until then.
You gonna get a Kemp dunk here and there.
Oh yeah.
A human highlight.
I'm gonna pin some shit on the backboard, slap it out of bounds, talk a little shit. Somebody getting dunked on.
Yeah.
Maybe a three or whatever here, and you know.
Yeah, and
I'm good.
Alluding to that, it was a lot of people who did drive off the hate. And I tell you, my biggest experience of people driving off the hate in the military is the women. And also my mother was a military woman, and I can remember her telling me, Shawn, I went in the military in the 80s. She was an air traffic controller in the Navy. She said, she used to be like, hey, the motivational speech. She's like, I was double negative. I was a woman and I was black in the military. So if I made it every day for 24 years, ain't nothing that can't stop you with your advantages. It's just being a male. And that really ain't registered to me. But when I was there, I did see that most of the people who thrived, because it's hard for women. I give all the women credit who are making it without playing the victim. Y'all have a lot of y'all don't get enough credit, especially in the military. But they drove off hate the most. But alluding to what you were saying, how you saying your teammates was the one that used to tell you, you can do more, you can do more, you can do more. Past the hate, the camaraderie came together. And you would see guys, literally, I would mess something. I sucked in a pool at certain points. I'd be the last one getting out. And these guys would be on the sideline doing burpees, waiting on me. Never crying. Never cried.
Yeah.
And it's not just me. It was plenty of people like that. Everybody wasn't good. And they wasn't that fast of runners. We got to carry a 20-pound rock. I got that. Let's go. And when you start getting that,
carrying a 20-pound rock.
yeah, we would pass it along. Like, so let's say it's 14 of us running. Mm-hmm. We would pass it, like, and you just couldn't pass it to some. You had it in the back. You had to run to the front of the line like an Indian race. Mm-hmm. You pass it off, and whoever got it, of course, you start to fall back. It could be anywhere from fucking 5 pounds to 30-pound rock. It's whatever the motivation was, And so when the hate went away, I'm telling you, love drown hate out, because when you see people who gonna do a lot for you, break their back for you, that was a different type of motivation. You like, damn, I feel bad. These motherfuckers waiting on. Just, I'm talking about, ain't cried, ain't said nothing. Just up, down, waiting on me. If I was 5 minutes behind, so let's go. They ain't talking shit to you. So when I had that type of camaraderie, that drowned the hate out. It was a different type of motivation. I know a lot of people don't experience camaraderie. Yeah. When you have genuine people on your side. And that brought the best out of me, because it made me so unselfish. I'm telling you, we can all be selfish, but it's like I said, I had the talent to run. I get somewhere first. Shit, catch up with y'all later, boy.
That's a good mentality to have.
So, but that was trained.
That's what I'm saying, for them.
Yeah, that was trained.
As a team.
Yeah, that was super trained. When nobody complained about the guy who was falling, we just gonna pick him up.
Because in some instances, they gonna be falling behind themselves.
Exactly. And
so it's like, shit, okay, I excel at this. There's no need of me
beating
him up.
We picked each other up. And it's a little on Instagram now. It's so true. Jocko got it. He's doing his selling something. And he said, as a leader, I hated the micromanage. Everybody was intricate. Everybody was a leader in my eyes. So when they're leading, I don't have to look in. I get to look out. And that mentality pushed a lot of, I mean, the conventional military and everything, that mentality pushed a lot of people forward. I.e., you can see the guys who making it outside the military. Some guys don't ever make it. They stay in the military mind frame. They need to work for somebody the rest of their life. Got to be told what to do.
But I think that's how society programs damn near everybody anyway.
Definitely.
Go to school, go to college, find a job, work for somebody else. 30 years, retire with not enough money because inflation done shot the price of everything. Go back, work at the register at Walmart, 75 years old, you know.
And at this age, I get it when they talk about the one percenters. When you break a free, you know, you have the free mind and you break away. For the guys who make money, you know, I just was having a conversation about somebody about Donald Trump, and I don't do politics and I don't do religion. And I said, well, I see why people love Trump. He's the American dream. Rich, say what the fuck he want to say, freedom of speech, and don't pay fucking taxes. If that ain't the American dream, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
So y'all trying to say like, damn, Trump this, Trump that. I don't give a fuck about Trump either way it goes, but that's the American dream to 95% of people. Of course, he's a one percenter, and 95% of people will never be in that stance.
They don't want to do the work.
They don't, but they love what he stands for. I want to be rich. I don't want to pay taxes, and I want to say what the fuck I could want to say. I want to grab a bitch by the pussy right now. Say it. And they can't get in trouble for it, this, that, and the third. But he represents the American dream, especially for white people. So, or rich people across the board. So, no, he just got it. But I get, you know, where it's just, you know, it's just a, as we talk about balances of life, I get why people love this and why people love that. But nobody knows how to get out the matrix. They're going to be one percenters.
Or they don't want to do the work.
They damn sure
here
don't
it
wanna
is.
do
They
the
look
work.
on TikTok and Instagram, and somebody telling them how to get out of the matrix.
I ain't doing that.
How to get out of the 9 to 5 grind. It's like, damn, that's too hard.
Real shit. I got to get up.
I could just sit down and watch TV.
I got to get up and record. Oh, man. I got to buy some equipment.
And eat Hot Pockets and Little Debbie's and shit.
I got to buy some equipment. And I'm just like, man, I'm trying to, like, it ain't my thing. But I'm like, hell yeah, you got to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's too easy because everything a hustle and everything a grind. But we could talk about how we looked and laughed at each other about the shit that we was like, damn, these motherfuckers got money. And we're not laughed at each other in particular, but like, okay, that's what we got to do. And over 2-3 year course, now our shit is transitioning. Like, okay, I set that up, I did that, business accounts, credit accounts, and it just moved in transition because we wasn't afraid to do the work. Damn, we wasn't afraid to listen to nobody.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, they seen us and they still be shocked, be like, oh, y'all worked at clubs. Got our name somewhere.
Yeah. Network.
To the network took us a long way.
That's what I'm saying. Because, you know, you, like a lot of people, we're in certain situations and how we handle bad situations, people see the character of who you are. You know what I'm saying? This is a hostile situation, but yet they're not getting hostile. They're keeping their cool. Damn, you know, people are acting crazy, but they're not getting caught up in the crazies. They're still keeping their cool. These guys are different.
Nightlife was amazing for the network.
Let us work with them.
Yeah, nightlife was amazing for the network to where it took us, and a lot of people just don't get it.
Yeah,
a lot of people just don't get it. We didn't make no money there.
It's because they're caught up in the nightlife.
Yeah,
they're caught up in chasing chicks and chasing pussy and trying to, you know, oh, how many? Damn, man, they popping all these bottles over here. Damn, that's a $3,000 bottle of this, and they caught up in that. You worry about the wrong thing.
And the people
who want to get drunk, you want to get high. No, this is business. You make your money, you network, you know, you help bring people up, and at the same time, there's other people you can meet who can bring you up to the next level.
And they ain't get that. The guys or the girls who was popping bottles and doing that. I seen that. I wanna book you for this, and whoever they knew who was a bigger fish. These guys are good. Who was the guy that, you know, just saw us, the NFL guy? It wasn't a lot, but we did the New Year's party for him.
Oh, yeah.
And then that shit just kind of took, I mean, from there it was like another NFL player, maybe a hockey player.
Yeah.
and it all started. And that shit wasn't fun.
I know his name, but I'm not going.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
know
But
his name.
that grind was not. That was a for the money that we know we should have been making.
Yeah.
That wasn't a grind, but it was a stepping stone, and that was the hard work. And I guess a lot of people would never understand that. I can't. I love it. Oh, you used to work at a club. I did.
That's what I'm saying. You feel like, like.
I did.
That's another thing. Like, who are you to try and look down on me about what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying?
That's the finger in the face. Who are you to put the
You got these,
audacity?
you got these barflies hopping from section to section. Oh, you ain't in the NFL. Oh, you ain't doing this. Oh, like you looking down on me.
What's the favorite? Oh, that's just security.
That's just security.
That's my favorite line.
Don't worry about that. He just security.
That's my favorite. That's just security.
Okay, you got your nice little white vans, but you living with your mom.
Well, I ain't gonna say the name. I remember the Maserati. Stayed in the apartment downtown. I walked in that bitch. She had a church pew in there for the furniture and an air mattress. I ain't gonna say the name, boy. Nice little house, a Maserati. That bitch had a church pew.
Church pew.
I'm telling you, her furniture was a church. She had more goddamn blow up furniture, like from Spencer's.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm just getting it together in
She
here.
got the air pump
What?
constantly plugged up.
I'm just getting it
Her
together.
furniture deflating throughout the night. You gotta
I'm just getting
plug it in.
I'm just getting it together. Just getting it together.
But you driving a Maserati.
Man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Now we all got to go through the phase
Right.
of getting it together. Down at people.
But I'm just security. So I don't know. I'm just security. Yeah, that's always a funny one for me. And not alluding to the hard work that we was doing, and it was for some people it was a step backwards. For me, it was kind of a searching because I mean, you knew we talked about this. I had other options on the other side, but here we are. It was keeping me away from family. It was doing this. It was doing that. Even though it was a great paycheck, it's like, did I want to get stuck in that? And I had to branch out, like, because I don't want to work for somebody my whole life.
Yeah.
He's like, here we, like you said, city to city, 5-star, every day. We'll see how far this goes, but we know we got the foundation to keep building, and that's
not just that, right? The networking for some of the businessmen that you've been working for. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, once you get this amount of money, you do this with it. It'll grow like this. Then you put this here. Then you do this with that, and before you know it, boom.
And that's a true statement when they say you want to be a millionaire, hang out with millionaires. You only gonna grow as to the crowd you grow with, and not directly in that sense, but you have to be around growers and thinkers, and like you said, that set us up for a lot because the turnover for what people just see us as sometimes to what the bank account looking like now, or what the investments, the shit you ain't never thought about. Oh yeah, I'm a business guy, this and that, talking to the lawyer. Can't do that. Oh nah, you gotta go ahead and put your shit in a trust. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, get that annuity. The fuck is an annuity? I don't know nothing about this. Boom. All I knew was stocks and bonds.
Yeah.
CDs. I get annuities and boom boom boom. Or just listening to the lawyers when they want to talk and ask them a question or two about life insurance policies, and oh yeah, you get that life insurance policy, get this, and they giving you the terms, and I see you over there Googling, email me and I'll give you exactly what you need. And I'm looking around like, damn, shit. And they talk about it on TikTok, borrowing from your own life insurance policy, not taking money from the bank. That's crazy. And I know motherfuckers who swear they got their shit together. As soon as it get bad, they'll go do a payday cash loan and pay an extra $150 on some shit. Yeah, you can't hate the system, but if you don't know, you don't know. But the learning that came from all this, where it started out as just security in the nightlife, because if anybody's spending money, it's going to be in the nightlife at some point in time. Because millionaires, billionaires go to Super Bowls. That's damn near a nightlife party, even though it's a daytime party. I can't tell you, we've been, 2 Super Bowls already? Yeah, Art Basel and
NBA Finals.
NBA All-Star Weekend.
You know,
and it's just the tag. Like you said, it's funny the down talk you get with it. When people don't want to understand it, that seems like it's just a lot of testosterone in that industry. Call it what you want. Are you in the industry?
got testosterone to spare.
Right. Are you in the industry? I don't know, just guns and muscles don't seem like it's somewhere that's gonna go a long way.
But somebody got to do it. That might not be for them.
So I mean, it's just what you hear. Some people, everybody got something to say. I think you could just be doing so much better. I hear that a lot. Damn, damn, I could be doing so much better. Last time you went to motherfucking Chile for free.
So have you been having any moments where you like, wow, I'm gonna give you an example. The other night, we're on stage. You know, I'm not saying specifically who's performing or whatever, but Buddy's performing. It's the end of the show. You know how the confetti rains down and all this other stuff. So the majority of the confetti is rained down. It's a few individual ones flicking down, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's right in front of me. The bright light is on him. The crowd is going crazy. And I just see a few of these little things fluttering down. And it's right at that moment. It's like I start like, damn, like look at where I am now compared to 15 years ago. Sweating in a confinement cell, fucking 110 degrees in the summer, you know, laying in the boxes on the bunk, staring at the ceiling, can't go anywhere. Got a old bunkie down there farting and shit. Got a smell when he go take a shit on the toilet. Yeah, I am. Suit, tie, on the stage, fucking thousands of people in here screaming. True enough, they ain't screaming for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn.
So yes,
Turn around and look, man, look at this shit. See, this ain't even the best view. You know what I'm saying? But bro, we out in the desert. Now it's mountains. Man, it's fucking little rabbits and road runners running around here and shit. But this is amazing.
yeah. So I've had that wow moment too many times because, as you said, like you say, damn, I can remember like going to if I was in Afghanistan and you know mortars going off, boom, 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 and you like hear gunfire, you got your hand on, and you're like, wow, this shit just happened. You know, your hands are sweating and shit, and then like you said, same thing when you working together, whatever arena you may be in, and we standing there, and he's ready to go up. Lights go out and they come on, and you just it's quiet, and you hear that roar, the claps, and when we walk out there, like you said, them lights, and it's just like it don't get old. Like it hasn't got old. And that's how I know the passion for what we do or how we're gonna do it. We're still hungry because it's not boring. Like it doesn't cease to exist. That everything is this is repetitive. Like this is life for some people every day. And us right now. But that loud roar, it like soon as they hear the music, it's just and then boom. And that's like the equivalent of doing our job and boom, 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 boom. And you like, what's up, what's up, what's up? And it's not the same transaction, but it's the same transaction. Like, wow. And it's just like, yeah. And it's like, I'm doing this. Like, and, you know, we talk about like, man, I'm motherfucking tired, bruh. We ain't got no sleep.
Barely
We
slept in four days.
I'm on the plane. All I
City to
did
city.
was take a bath, put a new socks on, drawers, the new suit. We tired, and then you hear that crowd, and it's like, we here though. Like we are here. So yeah, I get that wow moment every state, and then I ask the tour managers and all that, how many people we got tonight? And the numbers don't make a lot of sense to some people, but I'm a numbers guy, and it's like 17,000. 17,000. You know how many motherfucking people that is? And I know people don't get the concept of numbers. You don't even want to deal with one person. 3, 4, like motherfuckers be like, man, I got 6 people in my goddamn phone. If it ain't one of them motherfucking 6 people, I ain't even answering it. So you think 17,000 people showed up for this person every show? Or when we was where we was at, 27,000, 37,000. It's just like, damn, that's happening every place we go. That's a lot of fucking people. 17,000, 15,000, 12,000. Repeatedly for the same motherfucking person. Those numbers are just outstanding, just astonishing to me. I mean, some people are like, oh well, he did this and he. Well, last time I saw it, Michael Jackson was on HBO doing those concerts. I ain't seen that shit since.
I don't know. It's just funny the perspective, you know, to be down in a bad spot to life is amazing. You
Nah,
know, it's just and it's so easy for people to quit when you're down bad in a bad situation. Shit is rough, and it's like it's when one thing goes bad, it's like everything goes bad.
yeah. When it rains, it pours, right?
You know,
Snowball effect.
I got a homeboy I was just talking to today. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, when he got out of prison, first it's like the first thing he did, like he got this girl pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, because how he carries himself, he's a person of character, right?
Right.
So he's not just gonna leave this girl behind, leave the kid, this, that, and the other. He's gonna sacrifice to take care of this child, right? Which is what a man is supposed
Supposed to
to do.
do, right?
But the thing is like, bro, why did you get out and put yourself behind the eight ball immediately?
The discipline ain't in
Bro,
everybody.
you think girls weren't trying to have my baby as soon as I got out of prison? No. No. You don't want to have kids? Yeah, he asked me that today. Bro, but you don't want to have kids? Yeah, I want to have kids. But I need to be in a situation where I can do the best for them.
X, Y, Z,
X,
and
Y,
not
Z.
and not moving back was like,
And I
damn, boy,
understand,
we at
you can't,
KLMP
you know, because you can't plan for everything. The perfect time doesn't exist.
ever.
You know,
You know, ever.
but like I'm not gonna be, I got out knowing that I might have to do anything for work. I might have to be on the roof. It's fucking
Digging,
100 degrees down here.
digging the ditch.
Laying tar, like whatever need to be down in ditches, weed eating, landscaping.
And well, one thing about you, and you might not hear this enough if you haven't heard it enough, you're how impressed I am with you as an individual. It's super impressive. Even in the one of those podcasts, you was talking to everybody on the beach, and for everybody to be counted out, especially if they've been to prison, counted out, and you heard multiple guys say, "Shit, I did this many years. I got out. I started with sanitation.
Yep.
Digging sewers and cleaning out, shit pipes, and
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now I'm on the truck. I'm doing this. I work for this, or, my man said, I got out. I went to got my little schooling for the LLC and got my CDL, and everybody get counted out. And then the person like you, I got to know as a person and a coworker. It's like I'm just impressed. Like you said, like, wow, I'm here. But you ain't. One thing I can say about you, and if nobody, you never played a victim at all. Like, man, the world did me fucked up. I was only this age, and I shouldn't have experienced that. It is what it is. And so many people walk backwards. They never walk backwards. You like, shit, hey, I mean, when I became a victim of my situation or a bystander to my circumstances, I had to make that shit work.
Because when you think about it, what is playing? How are you gonna progress playing the victim?
Too many people do it though, and that's so many
Because they
people's
want
mentality,
sympathy
right?
and a handout.
And when I say I'm impressed with you, you ain't never asked me or anybody for nothing. I pay for dinner or pay for lunch or something. You be like, I got this one. You be like, well, I appreciate it, and you always say, thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You ain't have to. And so many people that got money be like, man, go and get that boy.
Yeah.
God damn, like so, you make more money. It ain't no problem, my dog. But when I say I'm impressed with the stature of a person you are, because there's not a lot of people like you as an individual, and mentally, the fucking beast you are when you in there working out in the gym and you doing all that shit on your own with us, whatever the case may be. You're just an impressed. I'm impressed, with the standard you have for yourself. You just said it. I got out and I knew I might have to do anything. I wasn't trying to have no babies. I need to be the best version of myself. And so many people cry trying to be the best version of themselves. And so past all that, with all the disadvantages you may have encountered, which you don't even count them as disadvantages because you don't cry about it. You just be like, that was life. I had to figure that shit out. That's more impressive than anything. Because you got motherfuckers who got it all and be like, I just don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness. I actually think that's like a curse. When
Just
people are
don't,
born with everything, it's like they're miserable.
just don't know what to do, man.
Because when you do become, an adult, a man, and now adversity comes your way, you don't know what to do.
Just don't. And I don't have any disadvantages per se, as what society said would be any standard. I grew up with my mother. Had a, I still have often met my mom and my dad. He didn't grow up with me in the house every day. I knew exactly who my dad is. Had a great relationship with him. Both by societal means were uh, successful. Um, my mother was in the military. My father went to college. Shout out to that guy. Played basketball with Dennis Rodman and you know Kappa. He did everything that he can do. Never missed a day. Never missed a birthday. Always spent time with. So I didn't have any disadvantages in that, and I had a good structure. So for me to not to do something right would be my fault. But so many motherfuckers got more than everybody, and they just be like,
What was me?
"What the fuck is wrong with y'all?"
Yeah.
Like I didn't have everything. I can definitely say I never missed a meal. I never got made fun of. Had clothes to go to school, shoes to go to school. Anything that the normal, middle class they would say went to school shopping and first of the year got Christmas presents. I didn't have disadvantages. What people would be like, oh, I ain't had. I'd be like, boy, y'all got a lot to cry, especially the men. I'd be like, what the fuck? What do you think? Tico don't give a fuck. Or wherever you at, Atlanta, you can't pay your bill. Good luck.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers better get this shit together. But
Yeah, as a man, no one feels sorry for you.
nobody, bro, nobody, nobody. I remember taking a financial literacy class in the military because when you rank up, they want you to teach the younger guys if they start having issues because everybody have money problems and issues because the misconception you get paid on the 1st and 15th you rich. That check might be taxed down to $600, but it's coming. You gonna have some credit, and there, boy, you. But so many stories. The Dear John is what they call it. Let the dudes get deployed,
I know Dear John.
and the wife done went back home, found another. But
that's all the mail we get in the chain gang.
But
Dear John.
they married, so by law, she's swiping that card, taking money out the bank account. Ain't nothing he can do about it, right? You get back from your deployment, almost died multiple days.
Yeah.
She gone.
Hey, that phone in the desert you see in the movies you talk on.
Yeah, that satellite phone, Iridium is what it's called.
That doesn't call Citibank. Cut that card off.
But you can't because y'all on the same bank account.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you want to.
Turn that phone off.
You want to, but she got right to, oh, he cut that card off. I'm going to just get another card. I got access to this bank account. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you get back to base, all you got at this time is what she left you, with some of your clothes, some of your good shit might be on the new dude, ain't no telling, and you ain't got no money. So your boy's like, man, we just came back from deployment. This happens so often. You save 20, 25 grand because, you're getting your separation pay, whatever. Flight pay, hazard pay, whatever. I got 4 grand for you. I got 3 grand for me. I know you're going to get yourself back together. Don't even worry about that. So get you right. That's all you got. The military ain't looking at you like, oh, we're going to give you some help around here, some aid. They be like, you ain't have control of your wife? Your spouse?
Married the wrong one.
Well, yes, that's exactly how they look at you.
Yeah.
Now, let her go be like, my husband ain't, feeding us. They're going to be like, he get paid this, and this. We're going to start taking this much money out his check and giving it directly to you. Happens all the time. I mean, and vice versa, the other way around. And she was the female and he was a spouse. But I don't even know if they even look at that. Be like, what? Yeah. I don't even know if that shit has ever happened, but it's supposed to.
In theory.
In theory.
They
might be like, what? Your wife ain't paying you. Man, you better go get her straight.
Tighten up.
Right. You better go. But when the male ain't doing something, or like I said, she took all this money, the military was like 2 minutes later, like, you ain't had, what they say, you ain't get your bitch in check. What they said on 5 Heartbeats, you ain't get your bitch in check. Man, that shit. So don't nobody care. You don't serve your country, bleeding blood, whatever, bro. If you ain't got your shit together or you hitting hard times, you better step your game up. What else? Call Coach Prime for a goddamn motivational speech.
Yeah. For some of the glasses he got.
Yeah.
What they call.
I don't know, but like he said, You look good, you play good. You play good, they pay good. That's kind of this the standard of the world. They expect men to follow. Hey, and shout out to the men who get it. It's a lot of us who got it. A lot of us who run it every day. Don't complain. And we know it's double standards out there, and we don't expect them to change. You just run with the system and make it life the best and easiest for you. And we demand and earn respect the way we should by being respectable, outstanding men of leisure. So shout out to those guys. Everybody else, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Real talk.
So I don't know how long we've been recording, but it's about that time for us to get
Almost
back on
time.
post,
Yeah.
make things happen.
Go hit this
know.
crowd roar.
Yeah, it's a show tonight. Make things happen. Make sure everybody's safe in and out of there, and then off to the next city.
And if you ain't get your burpees in today, you probably was wrong because
No, I ain't do nothing.
I'm about to say he sat there and watched me. Go and get them. You owe me for them days. When you tore your Achilles, you was off for 6 months anyway.
Yeah.
Just
Talking
made
about you doing 100 burpees a day and all this other shit. Why you so tired all of a sudden?
Man. They ain't have enough water. It's a little dry here.
It's a little the desert. You gotta compensate.
Yeah, you might not believe this, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough water on that private plane I was on. They didn't have enough water for us on that small flight. I was a little upset about that. I'm gonna have to complain to somebody about
that 30-minute flight.
Yeah, that 30-minute flight because we don't like to drive far, so wasn't enough water on. They only had 3 Fijis for him and shit. I'm complaining about that shit.
Well, thank you for coming on.
It's always a pleasure.
We're on the road together, so shit, we might put some things together. A few episodes. Maybe catch our other coworker. Run down he's lived an interesting life, been in the industry
30 years.
a long time. Yeah.
Got pictures when he was black, now he gray.
All right, y'all.